he's out of sorts right now. He's out of sync. The ball's not coming out on time. The ball's not in rhythm. The receivers and quarterbacks and tight ends got to get on the same page, man. This offense has got to get something going positive because they've just been struggling through the air.
They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Trying play action. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 30. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Smashes it between the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Alabama endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Bryant-Denny Stadium, and the Tide came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Reads it, fires complete. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
And the pass is broken up incomplete. But wait, there's more. Flag on the field, and it might be against the offense. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Snapped it in the shotgun. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the knee.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical.
It's a seam wide open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine.
And how about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Clark. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Briggs. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. The Cardinals have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Now the play fake. Fires on the run. He's got it on the outside. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Back to pass. Finds his tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
He'll pull it on the read. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This kicker bragged that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. Right down the boulevard, it's good. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll give it to him again. And nowhere to go this time, and he couldn't follow up the big run with another. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds his man. It's Sexton. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got an open man. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? We're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
And he misses. How about that, man? Like, it seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's already got 2 touchdown passes against this defense. So, guys, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the 1st half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the 1st half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a...
There he goes! And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Woof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Got his man.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And the pass is broken up, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag on the field, and they may be throwing it in reverse. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Now on the option. Now the toss.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the 1st down.
Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Waning seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It is good. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
Cardinals will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass on second down. He wants to go deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got his man to the left. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Oh, the fake. They snapped it to the up man. He's on the move. They tried to catch him napping on that fake, but turns out they were wide awake.
And obviously you're trying to catch him off guard, but it didn't work. I'm not a fan of fake punts. I'd rather put my offense on the field and guys that do this for a living all the time and are really good at it, but tried the sneak attack, and it did not work.
They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed give-me 4th down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wolverine! And they turn it into a defensive score. What about the speed of that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it.
He's going to throw deep right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. On the run, it's O'Neal. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Use the play fake, down to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll run the sneak for it.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with them.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. 4th down coming. And the Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. Now, don't forget, and I'm sure he hasn't, he had one blocked earlier. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. They'll go to the ground. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
2nd down, he'll throw it. to the left. Got room at the 35. Racing down the left side. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They had the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the D.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. To the air on second down. Got his man in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their...
Oh, he's got some space.
You know, I really like how this offense uses the QB in the running game because he might not be the fastest quarterback in college football, but he's got just enough that you have to respect him and you have to account for him defensively.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Off play action. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, it's an unfortunate drop by the tight end there, and he's a guy they just have not been able to get him involved in this football game. We're here in the second half, and this guy still doesn't have a catch.
They'll move the tight end. Looking for a crease. It's Hamilton. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. No good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's got a chance. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later into the 4th quarter.
Breaks into the open. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Cardinals are facing 3rd and inches. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a first down with a penalty.
Encroachment defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. And the Cardinals will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Working that left side. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cardinals are threatening on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. To the ground with the back. There he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Goes to the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Motion from the back. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How in the world did the offense retain possession? And the Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's picked off at the goal line. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Find some fresh air. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. He gets it away from his own end zone. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, you're talking about.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They boot it away on 4th down. He'll take it on the return. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up.